Thinking of calling Richmond home? Here are 5 reasons you might want to reconsider. Richmond is a city known for its rich history, its thriving food scene, and its amazing waterfront. But like all cities, Richmond has a few drawbacks. In today's video, we're diving into 5 reasons you might not want to move to Richmond. So stick around till the end to see if Richmond still checks all of your boxes. Let's start with travel. If you're someone who loves to travel internationally frequently, you might find Richmond kind of limiting. Here's a list of Richmond's direct flights. Richmond International Airport is convenient for domestic travel, but when it comes to international flights, the options are pretty limited. There's no direct international flight to Europe, Asia, or other major global destinations, so if you're planning to travel abroad, you'll likely have to connect through larger hubs like Dulles in DC, JFK in New York, or Charlotte. However, I would say the pro to that is Richmond's airport's pretty easy to navigate and the security lines are often pretty short. But this drawback can make trips a little bit longer and a little more expensive, so if you're a frequent traveler, whether that's for leisure or business, it might make you reconsider Richmond. Next, let's talk about shopping. Richmond has tons of local boutiques and specialty shops, but if you're looking for more of that high-end designer shopping, Richmond might leave you wanting more. Richmond doesn't have a Louis Vuitton, Chanel, or Gucci store. In fact, the closest designer shopping is in Washington, D.C. or Tyson's Corner. The malls here, like Short Pump Town Center, are nice, but mainly feature mid-range retailers like Anthropologie and J. Crew. If you're looking for higher-end options in Richmond, I would check out Nellie George, Beercroft and Bull, and Quinn. And we also have a Saks at Stony Point Mall. So if you're used to easy access to luxury shopping, you might need to adjust and start doing those shopping trips while out of town. So while Richmond has its charm with local and regional shops, it's not a city that caters to luxury shoppers in the same way that larger metro areas do. Next on our list is a lack of major sports teams. If you're a die-hard sports fan, especially of major league teams, you might find Richmond lacking. Richmond doesn't have any major league teams. You'll find local teams like the Richmond Kickers and the Flying Squirrels. But if you want to see NFL, NBA, or MLB teams, you're going to need to travel up to DC, which is about 2 hours away, or down to North Carolina. For some, that road trip might not be that big of a deal, but if you're used to tailgating and you're used to more of that big city professional sports team vibe, Richmond might not be the city for you. On the flip side, Richmond does have a passionate sports community, and college sports, especially VCU basketball, draws a lot of excitement. But if you're looking for the big leagues, you're going to have to travel. Next on our list is a lack of public transportation. Richmond is not known for having a robust public transit system. Our GRTC Pulse system does get around most of the city, but when it comes to getting around outside the city and even within the city, it's pretty limited. And I would say our culture is not really around public transit. It's still very much a city where people usually drive. If you rely on public transit, Richmond may feel inconvenient. Most residents rely heavily on their cars to get around. So if you're coming from a city with a comprehensive transit like New York City, DC, or Chicago, this might be a tough adjustment. Driving is almost a necessity here, which can feel like a downside if you're used to that public transit system and you don't want to own a car. Finally, let's talk about the weather. Richmond summers can be brutally humid. During the summer months, the heat combined with the high humidity can make it feel uncomfortable, especially if you're not used to it. You'll find yourself running from air-conditioned spaces to avoid that sticky, sweaty feeling. And on top of that, Richmond has a relatively mild winter, which might be great for some, but if you're somebody who loves snow, Richmond might not be for you. On average, we get about 11 inches of snowfall per year. But I will say, our humidity is a great excuse to take a trip to the beach. Richmond has tons of beaches close by. Local favorites include Virginia Beach, Yorktown Beach, Cape Charles, and the Outer Banks, which are anywhere from 45 minutes to 2 hours and 45 minutes away. But if you're somebody who just dreads humidity, Richmond might not be the place for you. Richmond has a lot going for it, but it's not for everyone. However, if you're still considering Richmond after watching this video, my team and I would love to help you weigh the pros and cons of Richmond. You can reach out using the contact information in the details below. And if you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. Or if you never want to miss another video just like this, make sure you hit subscribe. Let me know in the comments below what you think about living in Richmond or if there's any cons I might have forgotten. And as always, thanks for watching.